Welcome back to TROOPZ's Arsenal podcast. Welcome back, my guys. So, this is a new segment. We kick off 5 lessons every match day. 5 lessons. And these are the 5 lessons we learned from Arsenal 1, Southampton 1. Smash a like on the video. Get your subscriptions coming in because this segment is one of the most interesting ones you've ever seen on this channel. 5 things we learned. 1. Arsenal's discipline is getting worse and worse. That was the 7th red card we got ever since Mikel Arteta took over this club barely a year ago. So, I mean, look at Pepe's red card against Leeds. Look at Gabriel Magalhaes' red card against Southampton. And then look at Grant Xhaka's red card against, what was that club? Burnley. So, that's... indiscipline record is so bad. Our discipline is getting worse and worse and worse, and there's so many questions to this, and there's so many answers as well. Why is Arsenal doing so badly in terms of discipline? Is it because players do not respect the manager? Is it a frustration in the camp? What the hell is going on? Because it was, it was understandable last season. David Luiz was, good at getting red cards. He got 5 of them last season. But this season, we have got 3 red cards, and 2 of them have been, actually 3 of them, all of them have been absolutely ridiculous, stupid mistakes that are quite avoidable. So this shows you that probably against Everton, against City, against Chelsea, we're gonna get more red cards. We're gonna get more, more bookings. Our discipline is becoming very poor. We always do not have the ball. We lack. I don't know why the discipline is going so down. But trust me, it is not something good. So that was the first lesson, and I think Mikel Arteta needs to work on that. He needs to work on that. You can't have such poor discipline in a side that has very poor results on a bad form. I mean, there is no way you can have so many bad things around one side. You just can't. 2, we need to create more chances for Aubameyang. Lesson number 2, we just need to create more chances for Aubameyang. What a finish. What a finish. Aubameyang should be dropped. Aubameyang should not be dropped. I think the debate is over. Create more chances for Aubameyang and then think about dropping him or leaving him in the squad. He was so lost yesterday. He was so lost. But as soon as he got that goal, he just came back into the game. And you felt like that was his own turning point. What a strike. I mean, we need to create more chances for Aubameyang. We've been criticizing him for being lost, not being in the game. But I also ask this question: did we put that? Have we ever put that ball, in a position where Aubameyang needs it? The answer is no. So we've got to create more chances for Aubameyang. We need to be more creative. Get that ball on his right or left foot. He will score. When he's on his left, he's magnificent. When he's on his right, he's gonna finish it off. So we need to create more chances for Aubameyang. Mikel Arteta knows this. That if you want to target one man, if you're targeting one man like Spurs are doing it at Kane and Son, if you have a target man, 1 or 2, you've got to give them that ball, enough of it, so that they are satisfied. But whenever Aubameyang is hungry of that ball, then you don't expect much out of him. And actually, to be honest, I didn't expect him to score. I just didn't expect him to score. But what a finish! He just got himself together, and we need to put that ball in areas where Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang can reach. As long as we can do that, it's over. It's over. He's gonna be getting the goals. Number 3, Cedric Soares needs to start playing for Arsenal. Guys, man just signed a 4-year contract at Arsenal. Why isn't he playing football? With Hector Bellerin out, you thought that was the perfect opportunity for him to play. You thought that that is when Arsenal had to give him his perfect opportunity, but still doesn't get an opportunity. And ask myself, Cedric is a good player. He has been doing so well in the down there in the Europa League. Why doesn't he play? Why doesn't he play? We played Ainsley Maitland-Niles in the right back. He was so slow. He was so slow, and I think he looks like he has been playing more of a midfield player in the Europa League. So he's playing out of position in the right back. You have a natural right back, Cedric. He's played against for Southampton. So you would bring him in because he knows how these players work. But the truth is, I don't care whether he played against Southampton or he didn't. It hurt me. But the answer is he needs to start playing football for Arsenal Football Club. He's not so good going forward, but at least he's defensively good, defensive-wise, and he can play along that, that line with either Pepe or Willian or whoever is chosen. He has very decent, you can't explain that a player has very good, decent performances in the Europa League and he cannot qualify to start in the Premier League. He signed a 4-year contract. That means that the club, because it was in this January that we brought him in, and just in the summer we gave him a 4-year permanent deal. So there is no reason. Mikel Arteta was still manager then. Was at the club already. If he didn't want him, he should have said, look, I don't want this guy to play my squad. Don't give him a new contract. But as soon as he gets a new contract under your watch, it means you approve of him and he needs to start playing. He's one of the better. Actually, he's the better of the two. Ainsley, I was not impressed. Bellerin, this season, I'm not impressed. I'm just not impressed. So that is lesson number 3. Cedric needs to play. Let us test all we can. Number 4, we've got to bring in a midfielder in January. What a terrific, horrible, I don't know how to explain what a bad performance from that midfield. Mohamed Elneny, Dani Ceballos, they were completely outclassed by James Ward-Prowse and Oriol Romeo. I would say, Southampton have been informed. Romeo and Ward-Prowse have this connection. They basically communicate through instincts. They know where the other player is gonna be. They know where to put the ball. They know a lot of things between themselves. But that doesn't mean that you get battered like that. That was so bad, and it is something we have already seen with Arsenal in the Premier League this season. Whether it's Mohamed Elneny, whether it's Granit Xhaka, playing with Dani Ceballos, as long as Thomas Partey is not in the midfield, we do not have a midfield. We literally do not have a midfield. That was so shambolic. So shambolic. James Ward-Prowse manned that midfield like you would think he was Iniesta, Xavi, Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, or something like that. That midfield, it just calls us, to get a midfielder in the, in that midfield, because, I'm gonna talk about this as point number 5. But whenever we have that ball, we can't use it because we are literally lost. We don't have a person who can get that ball and knows what they are gonna use it. There are probably 1 or 2 players. It's either Kian Tierney or Bukayo Saka who know that when I have the ball, I'm gonna use it for this. The rest of the players are absolutely rubbish when we have the ball. Actually, I think we look better off the ball than when we have possession. Because when we have possession, you don't want to see Arsenal play. You just don't want to see Arsenal have that ball when on the pitch. Clueless, no ideas how to use that ball. The passing is wrong, the dribbling is wrong. The heading is wrong. Everything is right. We just we need a midfielder. I don't care whether it's gonna be a creative midfielder or not, but you need someone who's going to know. Because look at James Ward-Prowse. How many chances has he created against Arsenal in the Southampton game? Literally nothing. None. But ask yourself, Ward-Prowse, what was his impact on that pitch? Almost 100% impactful. We've got to bring in a midfielder, a serious midfielder who's gonna partner Thomas Partey. Elneny, Ceballos, Xhaka, no, not good enough. And lesson number 5, we do not know how to use the ball. It's embarrassing. So embarrassing. When Arsenal has the ball, I was looking at Mohamed Elneny and Danny Ceballos playing in the midfield yesterday when we got possession, and I was like, okay, what are you going to use the ball? The easier answer was, we're going to drop it, and we dropped it. We do not have direction. We do not have players with intelligence on how to use the ball. Whenever we get these players on the ball, whenever we have players on the ball, whenever we get possession of the ball, it looks like we are in panic mode. It looks like we are afraid of the ball. Now that's not gonna work. I'm telling you, it's not gonna work. If you want to win games, you need to use the ball effectively. Mere passing, we can't do. Mere passing, 1-2, 1-2, that's impossible. We can't have 5 shots, 5 passes, 10 passes on the ball before we lose it. We've got, I think Mikel Arteta needs to work on this. When players have the ball, let them be comfortable. We are not comfortable in the ball. We are always panicking. It doesn't make sense, does it? Doesn't make sense. So those were the 5 lessons I saw in that game. There were more, but I picked out 5. Even in the Everton game, I'll pick out 5. Manchester City, I'll pick up 5, and the other games I'll pick up 5. But do one thing: smash the like button, get your subscriptions in, subscribe to the channel, please. But the first thing I wanna complain about this channel is the likes are so low, and I'll complain until the likes are high. The likes are so low. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching the video.